There's a little kid dying up here. Holy. As you may know, I moved to Japan. Let's go. Let's go. So I want to tell you why I went to Japan. And I think maybe some people can relate, maybe some people cannot relate. But I've been in many different places around the United States, but only the United States, because I haven't really been much where else. But I've been everywhere in the United States, even Alaska and Puerto Rico. I'm 100% America. Why Japan? I guess the first reason is just walking more. I'm a fat American. I don't really walk much. My whole life, basically, is I walk from my apartment to the car, and then I drive somewhere, and then I walk from the car to the wherever I'm going, get some food. And that's very bad for me, especially with the type of work that I do. I work at the computer all the time, every day, all day. It's bad for me. Yeah, I could go out and I could run like a weirdo, running around the block for no reason. I've done that in the past, but it's very boring, and I want a reason to walk. I want a reason to force me out to walk around. And in America, we don't really get that, unless you live in a couple select places. I know, but most places, not really. But in Japan, you can walk. It's amazing. And so far, I've been here, what, like a week and a half, 2 weeks? And I'm walking every day. It's refreshing, and also it's very lively out there. Everybody's walking around. You see old ladies, old men. You see parents with their kids out. You see high schoolers. You see everybody just walking around, and it's very lively. Is all I can say, because it's alive. People are walking around. It's fantastic. And not only that, but everything seems designed for walking. In America, you don't have that. In America, you have, your Walmarts with a giant parking lot in front of them. Everything with a giant parking lot in front of them. Not much of anything. But in Japan, so far, you have covered sidewalks. Everything's designed for people. More beautification because people are walking around. And also, they got things like shrines where you can just like walk into a shrine. It's crazy. Will I get bored of it eventually? Maybe. But where I'm located, I can walk for like 5 minutes, and then I'm surrounded by places to eat. To get that in America, you'd have to be in New York, maybe. And I've been to New York. Not so great. It's not so great. You're gonna have to dodge all the homeless. Here, I've yet to see homeless, but maybe they're disguised. I know. I know Japan. I know Japan does have homeless. Don't get me wrong. But it's not the same. In LA, you got camps on the side of the street. You got people mumbling in front of your 7-Elevens. You got a lot of stuff going on. Here, there's been no mumbling or people asking me for money in front of the 7-Elevens or the combinis. And then you also, because it's designed for walking, you have public transportation everywhere. I enjoy it. Again, as an American, that hasn't been my reality. When I moved to Puerto Rico, I had to get a car, toot sweet. Otherwise, I'd be going nowhere. And I don't mind driving, but it's also a pain to drive for 15 minutes, 30 minutes just to get something to eat and then drive back again. Driving absolutely everywhere. It's good if you have a lot to haul. If you go grocery shopping, you get a lot of stuff. But I don't want to have to drive everywhere always. I wanted to experience the world of public transportation. So far, I haven't been disappointed. It'll take you everywhere you want to go, and I'm having fun. Will I get bored of public transportation? Probably. Probably eventually. Like, people here do drive. There are cars. People have cars. It's just not the absolutely you need it. And that's refreshing. Just popping out for something to eat and come back. Like I just did today. I just popped down because I wanted an ice creamu. So I went down to the local combini and got an ice creamu and walked back. It took me 15 minutes round trip because I was in the combini for a while, humming and hawing about what I wanted to get. And then I walked back. It was great. I enjoy it. The other thing about Japan is it's cheaper. It is a lot cheaper than America. First off, of course, everybody knows this. There's no tipping. When you go out to eat, you're not adding another 20+% on top of it, which is nice. And you can get a decent meal, like under $10. In America, you're not doing that too much anymore. Back in the day, you were able to do that. Nowadays, it's getting a little bit tricky, and it's good food too. I'm enjoying it. Well, some some of it. I tried pizza the other day here, and it was a big disappointment, sadly. But you can't win them all. You gotta find the places that rock. The other thing about cheapness is the housing here is super cheap. So the place that I bought an apartment, and I got the whole thing, this whole thing, $115,000. That's not that bad. In America, if you were trying to get a place with a view and close to stuff like a grocery store, 5 minutes from a grocery store, 5 minutes from like all these places to eat, it'd be very expensive. Here, nah, you're good. It's affordable. And that's how my interest kind of developed, was that I saw the videos on social media about the Akiyas, the cheap houses that people were getting. And I was like, oh, maybe. Because people were getting for crazy cheap. Like, you'd see them on social media, played up for social media. I got an Akiya for $1,000, and look, it's a mansion. It's like, okay, but not really. Yeah, you can get a really cheap, rundown place in the middle of nowhere, but then you kind of have the same American problem of, okay, you want to drive an hour to get anywhere? Not really. Well, and as a foreigner, you can't even get a car, so that kind of puts a kibosh in your plans there. Unless you become a citizen or a permanent resident, unless you get one of those resident cards. Otherwise, you're out of luck. You're out of luck. But it's fine for me. If you're coming here for renting short term, it's expensive. You aren't able to get the local prices as like a tourist, and on like the digital nomad visa, 6 months, they bar you from getting longer term rentals. So it's not all sunshine if you're trying to get cheap places to live. But for the way that I did it, it worked out really well. Like if you have a Japanese partner and you can get a bank loan and buy a place, because their terms are super, super low, like interest rates. So it's a great deal. Not only that, but just the monthly cost to rent, it's like under $1,000 for a lot of places. It's great, unless you're in the middle of Tokyo. I'm not in the middle of Tokyo. I didn't want to be crammed into trains like a sardine. I wanted somewhere I could breathe a little bit. I'm in Kobe, where there are less tourists. So I'm the only white person in whoever knows how far, which is fine. The other thing is it's quiet culturally. So again, I was just coming from Puerto Rico. In Puerto Rico, people would play their music super, super loud. They had no respect for anybody. It's just a different culture and respecting other people and how other people are experiencing what you're doing. And either you're cognizant of that, like in Japan, they don't want to talk on trains as much, and they still talk a little bit on trains. It's not like super dead silent, you can't say anything or you get jumped on. No, it's it's people are still living, but as a culture, they're more respectful. Like so far in the apartment here, it's quiet. They're not playing their music up. They're not playing their TVs up. So hopefully they're not hearing what I'm doing. I keep it at a reasonable level though. I got headphones if I want to play my music really loud. I don't mind living in a society. And that's kind of what it comes down to. In America, I was going towards the path of, okay, society's screwed. Nothing's working. So I'm going to buy a place in the middle of nowhere in Maine, and I'm going to build my own little bunker. I'm going to get a forest. Nobody's going to be around me. I'm going to produce my own electricity. I'm going to have my own little grid system. I'm going to have my own everything. Giant freezer full of food. So when Trump super tariffs the entire world, at least I'll be able to have my potatoes and eggs. I'll have chickens, make my own eggs. And that's one way to go about it. That's very an American viewpoint, I think. This lone wolf try and survive against everything because society is failing. Like I think fundamentally Americans don't believe in society. They don't believe that you can have public transportation. You can have public schools. We're getting rid of the Department of Education. You can have, society or healthcare for everybody like every other developed nation. And at a certain point, I just had to say, all right, this is how America rolls. And if I want something different, I'm not going to find it here. Either I get up and move, or I just accept this is America and go live off in the middle of the woods and try and provide for myself as well as I can. And I could. I had money that I could set up a homestead, which is what I was going toward, saving up money to get that done. But I'm trying to give society a shot first. In Japan, another reason, they have less junk in the food. Like in America, they're putting fluoride in the water still. Look it up online, what fluoride does to you. Nothing good. Nothing good. Especially in young kids and pregnant women. It's not good. The science is in. We do that in everything, up and down our food chain in America. Hey, isn't the government supposed to step in here and protect people? No? Okay, I just gotta research about everything that I eat, I guess. Cool. So being in Japan where maybe they have a few more protections. It's not perfect. Don't get me wrong. They still use pesticides and all the rest, but they don't put fluoride in the water at least. And in America, again, I could protect myself against it. I had a well dug in Maine. It was going to be fantastic water, but also the water coming out of my tap here is apparently fantastic. Apparently it's great. Society, I can't believe it. It functions sometimes if you want it to. Holy shit. Oh, another reason is that it is safe in Japan. Like, I've lived in different parts of LA and things like that, and I never worried about my safety too much. Just keep an eye out. Somebody's trying to sneak up on you, be like, "Hey, why you sneak up on me?" I guess. But I've never been mugged or anything. I mostly just sit at home and I work, so I don't give them an opportunity, I guess. But here in Japan, it's even super safer, so that's nice. And the last reason that I moved to Japan, perhaps the biggest reason, is because I'm a giant weeb. I've been watching anime my entire life, and I got no shame. And I watch it with subtitles because I'm not a Neanderthal. I appreciate the art, the artistry of the voice acting. So, because of that, my Weebanese is pretty okay. I know a few phrases and a few things, and I can pronounce things kind of. And then add on top of that, Anki cards, and I'm learning Japanese. So it's my dream to learn Japanese enough that I can watch anime without subtitles. Oh, wouldn't that be the greatest thing in the world? So if I can achieve that while I'm in Japan, really learn the language of the Holy Land, all right, sounds great. But people take it too seriously. Yeah, I moved to Japan. Who knows how long? I don't know. Why do you have to decide your entire life every second? You don't. You can just try stuff. And if it works out, great. If it doesn't work out, we'll try something different. Maybe I want to go to Thailand sometime. I don't know. But right now I'm having a fun time in Japan. My plan here is to just work, chill. That's what I'm doing. Set up my apartment. I got a lot of work to do. Got a lot of things that I gotta accomplish. I gotta finish my indie game at some point, but I'm also working for two big platforms, so I'm up to the eyeballs in work. So all I wanted was a place civilized where I could go get food, put it in my mouth, and then a little bit of exercise, and I don't know, weeb out and watch anime. Basically, I'm going for the hikikomori life. We'll see how it works out. I guess I get out too much for the hikikomori life. Maybe if I start ordering in delivery, I can really do it up, but getting out's not bad. So those are my reasons for coming to Japan. I think it'll work out. So far, I'm enjoying it. And as I discover more about Japan, I'm going to be filming with my little phone and I'll throw it up on YouTube so you can discover what I discover also. That's about it. Goodbye. Sayonara. Auf Wiedersehen. Yosh.